Hey guys, it's Gaming Empire here, and today I'm going to show you how to do the new weekly Nightfall strike. This is the new strike from the DLC, the Dark Below, so if you don't have the Dark Below DLC, you won't be able to play this. As you can see on the side, there's a couple different modifiers as always. Arc Burn and Light Switch are going to be the most important ones to worry about. As you guys know, Arc Burn is good to have an arc weapon for that, and you also have to watch out for the enemies that have arc burn, which on this there's going to be the captains, the knights, and the wizards, so you gotta be careful. Also light switch, there's a lot of thrall, a lot of vandals, so you really gotta be careful about that. So I skipped ahead here to the first room. You're pretty much going to stay in this room for quite a while. There are a lot of enemies that spawn in, and a lot of enemies with arc shields. So in the beginning here, as you see, there's going to be some captains. They do a lot of arc damage and have those arc shields, so good to have a fusion rifle here. It's really close quarters, so a sniper may not be the best, although it is very manageable to do. I also recommend doing this for full fire team, as there are a lot of enemies, very easy to die from all the arc damage that's getting thrown around, especially when you come against the wizards later on. So you're really not going to want to try to solo this and have to go back to orbit in the end. So you're just pretty much going to play very safe on this. Just kind of sit back and just pick them off. Stay in this room right here. This is pretty much the best room. You don't want to go out there. There is no cover out there, and the enemies just spawn all over the place. A lot of guys with yellow health bars like that Vandal, or a sniper would be good to pick off some people like that, but you got to watch out because there are a lot of enemies that are going to be coming straight into the building. So you just got to be very careful of that. I think here in a minute you're going to see there's going to be some shanks. There we go. There's the shanks that come in that have the solar shields. So you definitely need to have some type of solar weapon to take them out. Everyone is level 30 on the Nightfall, so just be aware of that. Me and my teammate are level 29. We have 130. So it definitely helps if you're all level 30, or with the new gear you can get to level 31 fairly easily. So just buy some gear at the tower, become level 31. You probably have a much easier time. You see after the shanks there come a lot of stealth vandals. So like I said, with the light switch, you got to be really careful with that. And then after them, the thrall are going to start to show up. So just as deadly as the vandals are. So you got to be really, really careful with that. So you stay back in that room, retreat to down the stairs if you need to. As you can see, I believe it's right. Yeah, here we go. That's where the thralls show up. And there's a lot of them. So you pretty much just keep doing this over and over and over again until the waves of enemies stop pouring in. And then you just go out and take everyone out. And be really careful. So then you see I switch ahead to the next part. You basically go up the stairs and you come here. All this is familiar territory from other levels. It's just kind of you're going through it in a different way. But this time you're going to stay in this room. All the enemies are going to be outside. Again, there's captains. There's going to be vandals. Shanks are going to show up. With the the solar shields, and of course the captains with the arc shields. So you're going to want to stay back in this area and just pick people off. There's snipers out there as well. So you're going to want to be careful of those, and watch out for the vandals that are going to come running in. The shanks actually spawn in here, so you got to be careful of that. They don't spawn very often, but it can be a surprise when they do. And they are rather tough, you see there, even with my heavy solar rifle. If you are a warlock like me, I'd say don't use your radiance revive unless you really need to. Because situations like that, when it's easy for my teammate to revive me, there's no reason for me to use it in case I need it later. So just as a backup plan, I don't believe I use radiance at all in this entire strike. But that, you better safe than sorry. You don't want to use it unless you absolutely need to, in case you do waste it and then you're like, oh crap, now I can't use it because I already wasted it. So yeah, just be mindful of that. And yeah, like I said, you pretty much stay back here, watch out for all the enemies that are going to be rushing in on you. And then once you take them out, slowly edge up, take out the captains, take out the snipers. Remember, you have your arc burn, so if you have an arc sniper, I believe a little later I switched to my patience and time, and that does some really nice damage. That'll one-shot headshot a lot of the captains. I activate my ether seeds here. But yeah, just make sure, if you do have an arc sniper or the patience in time, that'll do wonders. You see on that vandal there, I'm doing very little damage to him. I do kill him with that, but it is very little damage. So I skip ahead here to a scene that is very important for you guys to see. I'm going to start edging outside, and eventually you do go outside once it gets low like this, but you have to be very careful when you edge up, and you'll see why in just a moment. Man, those grenades are so precise from the dregs. But yeah, you see I edge up here, and then I start getting sniped, and then I die. There's actually a vandal up on the roof. So you gotta watch out for him. If you go outside, you have to make sure you kill him first. He's in a he's in a spot that you almost would never see. I sure didn't see him. So yeah, make sure you watch out for that guy. There's only one up there, so once he's done, then he's done. So here you see me using my patience and time. There's very few enemies left. There's a couple knights up there, and then there is the main knight, the name brand one. So you just go up there, kill him, and then you're done with this area. You just gotta pick off the stragglers. And that's it. So then you go over here. There's gonna be some drags in the room to your left. You're gonna see in a moment. And then you're just going to pick them off. And then you're just going to go right through. I'm going to fast forward through the next scene just so you don't have to watch it. You're pretty much just going to run all the way through the complex. And then you end up outside at the Skywatch. And then you're going to run through there. You don't have to fight these guys. I fought one of them. He made me angry. You're going to go into the little hive part. The Jovian complex. You're going to go a ways, and you're going to come to a door that your ghost is going to need to open. And I love this part right here. Eris says, in its dying breath, the Traveler released the ghosts to open doors. And that is so true. Your ghost is useful for only one thing, and that is opening doors. I like how Bungie adds a sense of humor into things. So after you open the door, you're going to come through here, and you're going to find Omnigul, which is the boss of this level, the one that Eris wants dead. Omnigul is one of the generals of Crota. So you see Omnigul, destroy her. So you come across her, you can get a few shots on her, and then she summons her minions. She summons some Thrall, so you got to watch out for those. And there's going to be some cursed Thrall later, so you watch out for them. Some with yellow. There we go. Some of them have yellow. Yep, just like that one, have the yellow health bars. So be careful of that. They will kill you. They're level 30. So yeah, you basically stay in that area for a lot. Fight some of the people off, and then you're going to be able to edge your way up to this room. There are a lot that you're going to fight, so you're going to be back there for a decent amount of time. You'll edge up, ways. You'll get into this room, and this is the final boss room with Omnigul. You're going to spend quite a bit of time here in this room. There is a lot going on in here. She's always moving around, and she has a lot of cover. She also has her arc shield, so be mindful of that. And you see how fast she took me out. That arc damage is, very, very real. As you can see by me dying once again. Very real, the arc damage. And then in a moment, she's going to spawn her minions. She spawns knights, Thrall, Hollowed Thrall, and 2 other wizards that have solar shields. So you're going to need solar damage for this part and arc damage for Omnigul herself. And like I said, she's very elusive. She always going to be flying around. So for the strategy for this part is to stay back in kind of that room that you see me and my teammates falling back into. That's going to be the safest room. There really is no other area around here to hide in because there's a lot of spawn points in this area and not a lot of cover for you. And there's so much arc damage going around that you want to stay back here. So you see... Oh, I didn't even make it back. But you see there's the knights that are coming. Arc shields, yellow health bar. So you want to watch out for those. So you'll pretty much stay back. You see where my buddies are. They're sitting back there. And then you go up, and when you get the opportunity, you take some out. There's that knight straight all the way ahead on top of the stairs right there. You're going to want to snipe him with an arc sniper if you have it, to get rid of him. And then you can even kind of pick off some of the other guys, but when they come forward, sometimes they come into the room, then you're gonna want to be careful. Maybe have someone with the arc fusion rifle to take them out. So like I said, with my weapon of choice, I switched between an arc fusion rifle and an arc sniper, and I had a heavy that did solar damage. If you get the new fusion rifle Murmur from Eris, you can use that. That has the arc and the solar. Very useful. I just wasn't using it because I hadn't upgraded it yet. You see there the Thrall. They'll take you out in one hit. And you gotta watch out for them. Those are just the regular Thrall. The Cursed Thrall come out of that. They come out of the side. There's an opening on the side, like about where my teammates are, that the Hollowed Thrall will come out of every now and then. So you just need to watch out for that. Sometimes it can be a surprise. So just keep that in mind, guys. So this is going to go on for quite a while. Every stage of this mission takes a lot longer than you're seeing here because there are so many enemies. So just have patience. Don't get reckless or you will die. Because there's so much going on and it's so easy to die. Even if you're level 30, even if you get to level 31, that arc damage will still kill you very, very quickly. So again, be very, very careful, very, very cautious, and just take your time. There's no rush. You definitely don't want to go back to orbit. So I'm going to skip ahead a little here because this goes on for a very decent amount of time. Skipping ahead to the end, and just remember, keep hitting Omnigul when you can. Don't get too reckless with hitting her, but when you get the opportunity, attack her, because this is just how the thing keeps playing out. So you get your damage off on her when you can. You see here she's almost dead. We're getting a little reckless. We're ready to kill her. And I kill her there and die at the same time. Worth it. So she's done. She's definitely one of the more difficult bosses because she moves around so much and has so much cover, and it's such a close quarters fight. It's not like most of the other boss battles where you have an enormous amount of area to move around in. All the fights in this level take place in these small enclosed areas, which makes it much more difficult. So something to be aware of and be careful about. Definitely makes the strike more difficult, and there are no spots really to cheese the boss except for the rooms we've been in, which aren't really cheesing, but that's pretty much what you can do. But yeah, you just stay back and be careful, and you can get past the strike no problem. And it's funny, I got the exotic helmet that I'm already wearing, the Light Beyond Nemesis, which is a good team-based helmet. Looks pretty cool, but I got the higher upgraded version of it. As you know, now all the new exotic and legendary weapons have higher light levels. New legendaries go up to 33 light, and the exotics and the new raid legendaries go up to 36 light. So I got that. It was pretty cool. So gonna help me get to level 31. Which you're definitely going to want to do, and which it's very easy to do so, just like it was easy to get to level 29. So you see there the stat differences between the two, And then I am going to break down my old one because I no longer need it. The new one is far superior. It even starts out at 30. So it's already better than my other one, which is only at 28. So break that down. No longer need it. You see I get an exotic shard for it that you can use to upgrade other exotic weapons. I have my gloves on, the new gloves I just bought, the new boots that I just bought that go up to light level 33. I still have the old raid piece from the Vault of Glass. It's pretty much worthless now, but I just didn't buy a new piece yet. I can get to level 31 with everything I have on right now. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Let me know if this helps you out, or if you need any more tips. Leave them in the comments, and I'll try and answer them. All right, see you guys.